question for you guys. If you are submerged in water, you know, like completely submerged, like underwater, are you wet? Yes or no? I don't know, but whenever you think about it, no. Maybe you're not actually wet until you get out of the water. Hold on, let's look up the definition of wet. When a girl is horny and leak vaginal fluid. When someone has a bedwetting accident. To smoke PCP. Wet is the opposite of dry. I was not wet, but I went into the rain and then I was. Wet, you horny bastard. You know what wet means. Quit asking what wet means, pervert. When a woman's vagina is fully lubricated and ready, don't fuck me until my pussy is wet. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. I do this all the time. I'll start thinking too hard about things. But I don't know. If you're underwater, if you're like completely underwater, if you're like completely underwater, then I don't know, maybe you're just underwater. You're not wet until you get to the surface. Because if you're underwater, you're not covered in water. You're not covered in a liquid. You're just underwater. Oh my god, I met the hottest daddy yesterday from Craigslist. His dick was nice, long, and cut, and had the best Kentucky Hot Pocket of my life. I know what you're doing, Gapelin. You're just trying to get me to look that up. And I'm going to, and I bet it's disgusting. Kentucky Hot Pocket Urban Dictionary. What if you're a girl underwater and you see a hot guy? Are you wet or not? If the human body is made up of 60% water, doesn't that mean you're wet all the time? I don't know. No, it doesn't. That's different. You have to be wet, it has to be on the outside of your body. You can't be wet on the inside of your body. See, there's just so much to this argument. We need Stephen Bonnell on the case.
Wet. But if you are surrounded by water, you're not wet. Water is wet! If you don't know water, you're wet!
Who's saying?
If you're surrounded by water, you're not wet. The same way we're surrounded by air.
I'm surrounded by air. I'm not dry. That's what you're saying.
You're dry.
Okay.
You're dry.
Yo, bro, ask the question again.
If you're surrounded by air, cup.
Yeah, if you're surrounded by air, you're not necessarily dry. Just how I was saying earlier, I'm more moist.
Surrounded by air, you're dry. If a fish is all surrounded right now, me as a human being, there's no water on me, right? I'm surrounded by air. I'm dry. Once a bit of water touches me, I am now wet. A fish in water, surrounded by water, is not wet. Once you take the fish out of the water and expose it to air,
exactly,
it's now considered wet because it's hit with the air. Not just water around it. When something is completely submerged in water, it is not wet.
I don't care about the riddle, bro. Okay, just ask it. No! Y'all not serious right now. So you're telling me that when a submarine is underwater, it's not wet. So this is what you're saying right now. You're basically saying that it's dry. You wanna know why? Because wet and dry are opposites. So if something's not wet, then it's nothing. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Think about what you're saying right now. Think about what you're saying right now.
Are you
so
unconscious when you were dead?
Yes. That is what you're saying. That is basically. No. Because everything has an opposite. If I'm not breathing, I'm not breathing. If I'm breathing, I'm breathing. That's just how it is, right? Everything has an opposite.
Just ask a question.
Stop.
When the rainy desert is now dry.
Why are they taking off their clothes?
What is it? What are you gonna call it?
I wouldn't call it wet or dry. I wouldn't call it.
No, it's nothing. It's space. That's what you're saying.
You don't go to.
A fish is dry until it gets out of the water. Wet and dry are not opposites. Well, maybe they are, but it's different. There's more of it's I just don't think that you're wet until you get out of the water. I think he's exactly Right. If a fish is completely underwater, it's not wet until you take the fish out of the water. See, some people, there's like a lot of people who are saying yes, but it's just because they're not woke. I'm woke. What happens if you put a drop of water in water? Does that water get wet or is it dry still? Wet and dry aren't opposites.